Take 159. Hey friends, it's Simone. Welcome to my studio tour. I tried to film a snippets of my desk video, but this whole thing turned out so long that I decided to make its own video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Let's get to the video and I'll see you soon. I just sent out all the letters that so two of my postcards were returned. So I put them in envelopes and decorated because I can't just send a plain old envelope. So I sent that one out, sent two of those out. I wrote a postcard, and then what else did I do? Oh yeah, I sent one of my Ko-fi members happy mail because I didn't have her address, and when she gave it to me, it was already packed in a box. And then what else is on my desk? Because this is a snippets on of my desk video. Wow, the camera. So I have my scale because I needed to weigh the letter to see if it was over an ounce or not. It wasn't. I have my wooden stamps, and I'm really looking for a storage system that is similar to this. So this is the packaging that the sticker paper came in, and it's too thick. Some of the stamps are too thick, so I'm looking for something that is similar because I really like seeing what I have, taking it out of my shelf and then bringing it over. I'm looking for something similar, but for now it works. I don't really want to spend too much money on all of those storage systems, because let me show you something else. Well, this is my cutter over on this side. I just shove it under the shelf. I cut something earlier, but this is all the storage compartment thingies, baskets, plastic tubs that are left over from the shelf that I set up over here. Let me move over very, very slowly. I'm not planning on using my Rascal cards. I have another one right next to me over there. So here is what my shelf looks like right now. Don't look at this. This still needs to be set up. Let me zoom out. Okay, it does zoom out. I just don't know how. So here is my knitting. There's all my projects there on the sides too. The two black boxes is my yarn. Then my shelves are so tall that I have a lot of empty space, but this is the only place in the house these Ivar shelves can go. And so we decided we'll put them here anyway. So I just have some frames up here. This is my cutter, my silhouette. Then this shelf is all stamping supplies. The shelf below is all the embellishments. I tried to put everything together that is the same so that I can find it at the same place. And then down here is all the letter writing supplies. These are all the books that I have to make junk journals from or use as collage papers. And I need to stop collecting those kinds of books. This is all random shit down here that I still need to sort. This is all the empty journals. This is all the boxes from pens and leather covers. This still needs sorting. This is still not done yet. This is all the art supplies that I currently have. This is all the stuff that I purchased before and after the move that came in here. I need to film videos on these things. This is going to be my standing desk. So I bought a piece of wood that I'll put on the bottom shelf, I think, the second one. I still need to talk to my husband about it because I worked on the upper part when I took apart the Hobonichi, and that worked really well. So, but then I think it's too high because my arms are like, like bending down like this, and I think you should be flat like that. And that's the bottom shelf. So yeah, I need to get my son to help me cut the wood and put it somehow on this shelf down here so it doesn't fall apart. I still have some books, some German children's books that I decided not to donate, and I think I'm going to put them up here. This is my phone stand for filming that I just put up there so it's away, out of the way. I think I'm going to keep it right next to my desk in the future. I'm planning on getting that super cool canvas lamp that a lot of creators have, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. And since we're probably spending a lot of money on new house supplies, I thought I was going to wait a little bit longer. What else? These are all my current journals that I'm using or not using. That's the Filofax that I was going to show you. Here's all the washi. And I still need to put some washi that I purchased after I packed the washi boxes in the boxes here. There's cards in here. These are all the washi cards that I have full of washi. This is empty washi cards. I actually just, there should be some benefits of being a Starbucks barista. Sometimes some of these gift cards expire and you're not supposed to display them. And I just took some home as washi cards. And then these are my, this is a really old one. I think this doesn't exist anymore at Starbucks, yeah, at IKEA. And this is a newer one. These are both from IKEA, and I love them for storing things. Some of them are already organized, some are not. And then the bottom, I already said, is organized. My son and I, we both, this cat tree was built from an old bed. And so there's children playing outside. This is like so new. We haven't had this since we moved to the US in 2015, but that's so cool. I like that. So this was built from a bunk bed that we didn't use anymore because it fell apart. And so we used the leftover pieces to build a cat tree. And we remodeled it for it to have a sitting area right here in front of the open window. And then we just, this one was already there. We had this teeny tiny cat tree that was like a mispurchase. So we incorporated that in the cat tree when we built it the first time, but we just made the access easier, which they don't use. They just jump on the desk, walk along the tiny ledge and sit here. Yeah, and then this is the desk, as I said. Is this a desk tour, a studio tour? Maybe. I want a laptop stand, but they're super expensive. So I'm just using this thing that I had. And there, let me swing over slowly. My son has a leftover mouse and keyboard right over there that he gave me. So I can actually, now I'm swinging back really slowly so there you're not getting car sick. So that I can use a keyboard, because I think that one of the reasons why I am actually having the neck problems is because my setup wasn't ideal on my dining room table. So then, what else? What else is on here? I have this tiny thing that my son made for me with all the things that I need to do or that are here that are waiting for me. There's my date stickers. Wow, the rainbow ones that I'm using in June. This pen that I'm going to clean out and, well, either I'm going to clean it out and throw it away, or if someone here is interested in trying it, I can send it to you to just try it out. I don't really care for it to get it back. It's not really something that the nib is not really that great, so I'm not really going to use it, and it's super thin. I have some samples that I still need to swatch and a, chapstick that, because the air here is super dry. This is my swatching station now. I have a cup, cleaning solution, random stuff here, samples that I still want to explore, all the supplies that I need for that. This I still need to set up. This is a thing that I purchased for all the pens, but I don't want to use it for that. I want to have my tools up here. Where is my... I'll show it to you. And then there's some random Starbucks cup boxes that I use for while I'm still organizing stuff. So these two are going to be on here. This is going to be on here. And then there will be a laptop stand or this. And then this is my letter stand. That's going to be on here permanently, but the rest is going to be empty. Oh, and then this blue bowl is my table trash. Since we're doing a desk tour, or a studio tour, let's just continue with the two Alex drawers that I have on either side of the desk, but I'll come back. I think this is okay. So the top is tools, random things, and then this is a German, like a card that you can write for your child, which I have had for years, and I really need to use them, so that's why they are here. All the tools that I have right now are in here that I want to keep close at hand. This is probably going to change over time as I'm getting more use out of it. This is another tool drawer with, I think what I'm going to do is put it was already in here. My cats love eating tape, so I need to store my advanced tape glider in here. This is a leftover supply from scrapbooking, and I really like using it. And so I just, that's why I have it. I wouldn't probably buy it now if I didn't have it already. But yeah, I have it, and so I'm using it. And then second is all of my pens. I'm not sure if this is the perfect setup for it, but I just used all the pen cases that I have for all the different pens that I have. Maybe I can do a what's in my different pen cases video sooner rather than later, probably more later. But this is what's in here. Again, this is the first iteration of this. I haven't had a studio space like this in a very, very long time. And so this is what I think might work right now. We will see how it goes. This is the pens and tools that I had used when I was traveling around in my house. But I'm learning right now, even though it's only the third day that I'm using this setup, that I actually can dissolve this pen case and move most of these supplies over to the bamboo circle thingy that I showed you earlier. This one right here, I think it would be more useful to have most of these items that were in here over there in that thing. So maybe I'll remove the colored pencils as well, because in that pen case I used to have my scissors, an eraser, whiteout, the glue stick, and so yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and I actually think that's going to be a good idea. So let's go back here. This drawer is not set up yet. I think what I'm going to do to have in here is different papers. So there's a random craft sticker paper here. There's some this is an endless notepad, but I do have lots of loose papers that I'm keeping for various different reasons. And so I think this is going to be my paper drawer. And then let me use my foot to open the bottom one. There's empty cases back here. This is my Delphonics pouch that I'm currently not using. And then this is my printer, my photo printer. And then this is a hard disk drive for backups. I think more of these machines, if I have more, will go in this bottom drawer. And then let's go to the inky alley. This is what that looks like right here. So I have two of them on both sides. They were in my kids' rooms, but my oldest moved out and she doesn't have a desk anymore, so I have hers right here. And my youngest had one of those in his room, and he said he doesn't really need it. So that's why I have those as my desk table legs, basically. Let me open the second one and then we'll move here and then all the way down. So in this second drawer, I have my empty fountain pen cases. I'm starting to make this pen case my maintenance kit, basically. Not maintenance, repair kit for fountain pens. I have some silicone grease. There's also this wrench here, this Twisby wrench. Then I have brass sheets here and these mylar sheets. And what is this? Some kind of, what is this called? Does it say anything? So it's 12,000 for nib tuning. I don't really use the mylar sheets, as you can see, but I do use this one quite a bit, or have used it quite a bit. And I think as I continue working on my own pens and you know, this will fill up with more tools, but these are the tools that I currently have in here. This is my 20 slot pen case. And then I have my currently inked pens in here. I just put them right here because that makes them easily accessible. And then the other notebook that I have in here is both of those I basically use together most of the time. After I journaled, I put in my thoughts here. And then this is my random testing notebook. So these both live here, this one on top, and then this closes really nicely. The top has cleaning supplies. These are sticker paper strips that are, you know, when you print, it doesn't print all the way to the edge, so I cut them and use them to label ink vials. I have a toothbrush, an ink miser, my fabulous bulb syringe. I have more somewhere, but where? Huh. I need to find them because I thought I had them. Maybe they're in this box. I still need to sort through all of these things and find places for them. But I wanted to have, oops, there's still water in here. Wow. I bought them in a set of 3, so I thought of cutting them at different lengths so I can use them for different fountain pen brands to clean. And then I also have this thing to fill fountain pens really easily. There is a video by Chris Sains that you can check out if you're interested in how to fill a fountain pen with this. If I don't forget, I will link it in the description box below. And then I have a loop, 2 loops actually, these hole reinforcements. These are actual paper and not plastic like the Avery ones, so I can use them on the top of my ink vials. Then I have the packaging for my Kakimori brass nib. These are things that I need to work on, or these are chromatography strips that I still need to cut down. These are pens that I'm no longer using. I just don't like the desk pen feeling of this. This is 20 years old maybe. I removed the nib. My Twisby Swipe is broken. My Lilac Eco has, I can't really, can you see the silver coating coming off? So I put them here. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. And then I have these nib holders here and some nibs that I want to play with. Here's all my filling things. There's a pipette, there is taken apart syringes, and then I just cleaned this nib, so I put it here so it's going to be able to dry. Here's all the converters in this box. There is spare nibs in here, and then there's also a lot of spare nibs in all of these ink sample holders, and I numbered them right here. I did not write what nib size it is because I plan on bringing those to the pen show in August and have them ground, or some of them at least. I already showed you this one. This is the supplies of things that if I want to fill ink vials. I just purchased 2 more of my ink sample holders, and they come with vials. So I have so many in here right now, but these will probably get sent to friends. I have some, packaging supplies that were given to me. I have these, what are those? Here, these pill pouches. And it was really great. I had some brown inks that were in the glass vials that Yoseka also sends out. And before we moved, I put each one of them in one of those, and most of them leaked. Not all, but most of them. And these are all the inks that I have gone through when I did my color family notebook. And I want to give them away. Then this is my ink bottle and cartridge drawer. These are all the ink bottles that I own. And then, here is all the swatching things. So I just purchased 2 more of those so that they would be able to add some more. My plan is at some point later in this month or next month. So I have the Inkvent inks. There is one tiny color verse, and then all of those are samples. So I have, how many boxes? 5 boxes now. Each box holds 36 vials, and I was at something around 150-ish samples previously, but my thoughts, and I haven't really completely thought about how I'm going to go about it, is since I took several out after I made my color family notebook that I'm not going to use, I'm not sure if I actually crossed them out everywhere. So I want to keep note of what I do still have in my stash somewhere. And the question is where and what kind of information do I want to have there? Don't know yet, so I haven't gone through it yet, but I do. And here's all my ink swatch cards. I plan on cutting down another one of these boxes and leaving more space here. But yeah, I put the Diamine Inkvent back in here so I can use this, so I can use it for this. I don't know if I'm going to move those back in here or what I'm going to do, but yeah. So that's the last drawer here. I also decided to put my ink swatch book right here because I think it's more convenient to have it with all the ink samples and the ink bottles than having it in a separate shelf. And I think, no, I have one more shelf. Or actually, I have 2 more shelves. Let me zoom out again. These are all the Project Life and scrapbooking albums here. They don't fit in the living room. So I decided to put them here because actually, since I started a closet of shame, maybe I can show that to you as well. I have a lot of space because all of the things that I'm not using are in that closet. So I have my Project Life albums. Here's photo albums, stamp. I'm a stamp collector, so there's all my stamp albums. Is that what you say? There's all the art books. There is leather covers in here. This is stuff that I want to use to decorate. All the finished journals that I have are up here. An old globe that my son brought home from school, I think. Stuff that I want to donate or give away. There is more space here. And then I put the printer on top of this shelf, which is an old Lego shelf of my kids. And there's various different papers. So printer paper, sticker paper for printing, and then collage papers and alphabet stickers, I think. I want to label them with my label punchy thingy. And I'm quite happy with how this is turning out. It's a new day and I'm outside because it's super sunny, and I just wanted to show you the view that I have from my what is that, outside patio, something. I cannot talk to this camera right now because I don't know where it is, so it looks a little bit funky because I'm not looking at the right spot. Doesn't matter. I just wanted to close out the video and say that I'm super lucky to get this studio. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I haven't had one in a long time. And I want to encourage you, if you do not have a space, then please make sure to take every opportunity to get to create anyways. I've been using my dining room table. I've had a journaling pouch bag with supplies. I've stored things in my linen closet and put my linens somewhere else. I used as part of my dining room to store craft supplies. Do it anyway. Take your children's desks when they're not here. Take your dining room table. Use your kitchen table. Go outside. Sit on the couch. Journal in your bed. There's so many spaces that you can go to and journal, even though you do not have a studio. Do not let this stop you from being creative and taking time for yourself. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate you all. See you in the next one. Bye.